fascinating thing about the Cape Floral Kingdom is the incredible biodiversity. Such a small space. You've got thousands and thousands of species of plants.
It's endless. One needs a few lifetimes to work through this work. I've realized how lucky I am to do what I do in the richest botanical region.
There is no other place in the world that can compare with it.
Just need to calibrate myself. Okay, there's been a bit of drama today with electrics, because this is practically our first firing with this new setup. There are three things that can happen. Either we're going to get everything's going to go nice and smooth, or we could experience a hole in the mold. We don't plan for failure, but it does happen. And the other thing is, and this has happened twice, something reverses in the process and the mold explodes.
Will you give us some warning?
I will. I will give you some warning. Something's wrong. Run. So hopefully not today.
Okay.
We've almost got it. There you go. There's a bit of bronze coming through now. It helps if you've got sandpaper for fingers. It came out okay. This is a questionable casting. You never know until you cast it. This has to translate onto a very flat, polished surface, and I've got 0.5 millimeters to play with. This actually looked like an atrocious casting, but we've sort of flattened it into a workable shape. You know, we've already got something recognizable. I think that's the route we're going to go. Unfortunately, some plants, leaves, just don't play the game when it comes to the panels. So we're going to probably just have to improvise, maybe by angles. I think we've got probably a 80% success rate. There were questionable pieces. There were species I've never worked with before. These, you know, sort of sparse castings, you know, I think we had mild success. We've got the shape of a leaf there, but I don't know if we can depict a species with only one leaf that came out well.
When Nic first approached me to do the work, you know, he bought me a bunch of these panels and a bunch of his pieces, and you know, I had to really think about it to say, you know, how are we going to do this? How are we going to capture the essence of his work without making it look flat? You know, we've basically come up with the idea of, you know, sinking his pieces in deeper and using a filler coat of epoxy. Nic's castings are three-dimensional. So now how do we take something like this and make it into a flat plane? And as you can see, with a bit of manipulation, flattening it out, we're taking, in essence, this and making it look like that. So there's a feeling of like a book-pressed leaf. You know, he's capturing a real-life plant, and you know, that is the artwork there. There's been a few trial and errors. We put these guys in here first, and I don't know if you can get a close-up pic of that. You know, the actual brass came through after the epoxy was done. You know, so there are those kind of things that we had to trial and error it and learn from the mistake, which, you know, doesn't look bad, not necessarily is a mistake, but from that now we've got a clearer idea of how to do it on the final piece. First one of 30 to go. Yeah.